What is going on, everyone? It is Badger. Welcome back to the channel. And I got about 30 seconds into watching this video, like just on my own for pleasure, before I was like, oh no, I got to react to this. Paul is consistently a treasure. I've been watching him for a while since he first popped up and was one of the first people screaming for him to be on Friday Night Tights or the Real BBC. Love that he's talked to and been on a bunch of channels that I watch. And how much fame he's gotten now because he's great. He is a great, just like Critical Drinker. He's one of those people that has a lot of weight behind what he says because he was actually in that industry, and so he can, at least from an actual Hollywood point of view, an executive point of view, can tell you all the BS going on. And I can tell this one is going to be full of piss and vinegar, just like myself, constantly full of piss and vinegar. I love it. Paul, love you. If you somehow see this, it is an honor, and I hope you don't mind me reacting to you. I just want everyone go to his channel, please, and watch his video over there too. But anyway, let's get into this.
Hello, denizens of the internet. So we're nearing the end of 2023, and Disney has been banging on about the 100-year anniversary of Disney, perhaps the most important entertainment property in the world. And I have only one question.
And definitely the most important because they own everything.
Where the hell is Walt? You know who I'm referring to? The guy who started your company, the guy with the last name Disney, the guy who first drew Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, and where's Mickey? Where's any of the when I was growing up and you said Disney, it was Mickey Mouse, Donald Duck, Goofy, all the and Pluto, all those. And then all the movies were secondary. Now you say Disney, you go, ugh, you mean like Star Wars and Marvel pushing the not so secret gay agenda to kids in their movies? That Disney?
Okay, that wasn't Walt, it was Oob Iwerks. But that's not the point. Sure, this has been a disaster of a year for you in the parks and on the screen, but these
over $1 billion. Over a billion, probably like 1.5 this year alone on lost movie revenue.
kinds of special events are usually planned many years in advance. I would have had this on the docks at least 5 or 6 years ago. And all it seems we got with this anniversary promo corporate film that had a ton of Marvel, Star Wars, and Pixar's.
Yeah, but Paul, you actually like this shit and you want to make money and you want to make the fans happy. So that's why they didn't do any of that
Stuff in it with a few quotes from the man himself. Oh, a statue at Disneyland Hong Kong, some OK merch, and an ABC Dancing with the Disney Stars special. Oh, and Wish, a movie that was supposed to celebrate the composition of When You Wish Upon a Star, written by Lee Hart,
where the villain, the so-called villain, was actually the rational one that everyone was identifying with. And like, well, of course you can't let everyone have their, we saw this in Bruce Almighty. It would be horrible if everyone got their wishes.
Harlan and Ned Washington for Pinocchio. Wish, a movie so bad, so ill-conceived, so rushed that it tanked badly at the box office. That was your celebration? This was supposed to be the pointed end of the 100 years of Disney Spear, the live-action Pinocchio.
And they can't celebrate what like the majority of Disney is because they don't like it. They are like, I know Rachel Zegler, I'm tired of hearing about her too, but what she said about, oh, it's all outdated and it's weird, that's how they all feel. They all think it's outdated. It was all made by like white people, so they don't like it anyway.
Pinocchio was also a horrible mess, by the way. And let's briefly talk about the live action Snow White. Why wasn't it planned to hit the theaters this year? Why wasn't this remake Disney's biggest deal? Dear Lord, it's the movie that launched Disney.
And defenders will probably be like, oh, the COVIDs and the thises and the strikes and a bunch of shit that doesn't matter and really wouldn't have affected it if it was good. If they were proud and confident behind it, and if Miss Rachel hadn't have said what she said.
That saved Disney. It was revolutionary. It was well loved. So not only was this remake not available, you hired an actress that could not stop for one moment and celebrate its significance. I'm not going to go into all the Rachel Zegler stuff. We're all tired of hearing from this know-nothing bag of water. And finally,
oh, I'm taking that one. Water bags. These water bags.
Simplest thing, the website. First of all, it's a wretchedly dull website. And look at the homepage. Where is Walt? This is just supposition, but I think the social justice warriors, the flying monkeys, the cancel pigs running your
Shout out to Mark Millar for the cancel pig.
place hate Walt, much the same way they hate the people who created Star Wars, Marvel, and Pixar. The most heinous crime, of course, being all white straight men.
Boom. That's what it is. It's 100%. Hate them because they're men. Hate them because they're white. Hate them because they're straight. And I'll add in the fourth one. They hate them because a lot of them are Christian. If you are any one of those four things, and holy shit, if you're all of those four things, you are public enemy number one to them. And I'll give you a great example. Does everyone remember the Chris Pratt hate? The cancel Chris Pratt stuff? The Chris is the worst of all the Chris's stuff? Like just came out of fucking nowhere? Well, it didn't come out of nowhere. You know where it came from? These people that hate straight white Christian males, which Chris Pratt hits all for. And if you really want to get, since he doesn't talk about his politics, and anyone that doesn't talk about their politics in Hollywood is immediately assumed to be a Republican, even though he probably is a Republican. But that's neither here nor there. The point is, if you are straight, white, male, or Christian, and if you're certainly all four, oh my God, they can justify saying or and attempting to do anything to you. It's the worst. And right now, can you hear them? Can you hear the people saying, "Oh, poor white man, white tears, wait, but," because that's what it is. It's about fucking revenge for shit that happened before we were born. That's it. Much like Jesus, we are responsible for all the sins of anyone with unmelanated skin.
I could certainly imagine the lobbying going on inside.
Except there will be no end to the dying on the cross. They'll put us on that fucking cross and leave us up there in perpetuity.
Disney, when someone must have brought up the idea of celebrating the guy whose name adorned their paychecks, there would have been shrieks of anguish. None of the kids working at the place care two bear jamborees about him. Just look how bad he's missing in action. I can't think of.
That's because most of these people are a couple bear jamborees short of a music festival.
A different explanation. ABC should have been running wall-to-wall Disney retrospectives. All the big movies that made Disney famous should have hit the theaters. They did in a sprinkling way, but not widely. Oh, I know why you didn't do that. Because they're better than all the shit you're producing lately.
And people are so turned off now by the whole brand that it wouldn't have gotten the attendance that it should have.
And you don't Walt's old stuff showing you up. Could it have been an error that everyone had been so busy that they just forgot about Walt and the 100th anniversary? Oh, yeah, it could have happened. But then I'd have fired all the people who should have been pushing this.
Which is what needs to be done. Almost everyone just needs to be fired. Dear God, just put Paul in charge of it all.
Where's the PR department? Where are the promo people? Where are the specials featuring all the actors who were in the early Disney movies talking about what it's like? Get
the only specials are the people that they hire.
Kurt Russell, for crying out loud. Oh, no, you can't because he's a right-wing MAGA guy. Of course you couldn't use him. I'm not getting this antipathy towards Walt. You haven't done anything else to raise.
By the way, wait until they find out what Walt thought about Israel. Oh, then they'd really hate him. Spoiler time, he's a supporter. They'd probably be calling him a colonizer right now.
Your broken ass image, why not trot out the old guy and build a campaign around him? I know why. Because you hate him. The incompetent.
It's not just Walt that they hate. They hate all of it. They hate the nuclear family. They hate traditional values. They hate the fact that women want to look at men that look ripped, like in the first couple movies, and men want to look at men that are ripped because they want to be those men. We want to look at hot women just as much as women. They hate all the traditional things that used to sell. They don't like it, which is why they have to corrupt and subvert so they can try and get this weird thing. What their shit can't sell. That's the ultimate point. They hate us for not liking their dumb shit.
Evidence of Disney continues to amaze me. Till next time, denizens, be seeing you.
Oh, Paul, God bless you. You are a treasure. You are one of these titans. You are one of the new media. And I mean that in the best way possible. I would go to you and Critical Drinker for movie news and views far before anyone else. You are also an inspiration. One of the people that inspired me to make this channel, along with Gary from Nerdrotic and Critical Drinker, of course, and as all the fun people. You've now thankfully been able to talk to them, and it's been an absolute pleasure. Once again, everyone, please go check out Call Me Chato, Paul's channel. I will be linking it below. And thank you for joining this channel. Please like and subscribe. And I'll see you next time.